Kings and Queens, what's good, Eminem Squad? So I am just now leaving my son's school, dropping him off. It's about 8:20 in the morning and I'm headed home. So really quick, I just kind of wanted to come on and share some information or whatever. One of them is more, well, let me just say that I wanted to comment on something that was left, or that something that I'm noticing, but I'm going to try to keep it in a general sense, in terms of the comments that I receive on the Instacart videos. And then I wanted to talk to you guys about a conversation I had yesterday with Ubereats representative. So first things first, let's do the Instacart chit chat. So I haven't been seeing very many on-demand batches, and actually yesterday I saw some on-demand batches, but they were really late. They were like after 8 o'clock. Now I'm not going to do any shopping of any kind, any delivering of any kind after 8 o'clock. I'm just not going to do it. For one, my eyes are bad at night, so it's hard for me to see the addresses, and for some reason when I go to certain neighborhoods and certain areas, the address, like I look for the address to be on the street, because sometimes it's hard to see on the house, especially if they don't have any type of porch light, or sometimes even the apartment buildings, it's missing the number part of the address. So I look for the painted strip on the street, and a lot of the times it's not there, or it's hidden by trash cans or whatever the case may be. So for me, it's just it's much more difficult for me to do deliveries of any kind, food courier or groceries at night. So I haven't been doing very many Instacart orders. I did manage to get some hours for next week. Still not as much as I would like. I want to do Instacart in the daytime, like 10 to 1 or something like that. And then do, food courier at night. And the reason for that is I'm hoping that the two will balance out. Now, for me, for Instacart, which I've mentioned this before, my content for Instacart is definitely going to go up once the summertime has ended. And I mean summertime in terms of when my kids go back to school. So I'll say in about a little bit over a month, when my kids go back to school, because it'll be much easier for me to navigate because I'll have no kids at home in the daytime. 4 of my children will be going to their second home, so they'll only be with me on the weekends. And then my significant other's 2 children will be going back to their second home, and they visit, just like my kids. So there won't be as many children. I'll just have 2 kids with me in the house, and that's my adopted child and my son, but they'll be in school. So I definitely can't wait for that, because I want to try some of these other zones and venture out a bit more. Okay, now outside of that, for Instacart, here's my thing. When I created this channel, or when I started doing the Doordash, Ubereats, when I started doing the videos for all these different platforms, it was because when I did my research and I looked out there for information specifically in my area, in California, Los Angeles, California, or Orange County, California, anywhere that was close to me, I didn't see very many videos. And what I did see was a lot of people saying, what I felt were the good parts, not all the time, but the good parts of this particular type of employment, but not the bad parts, and they're not giving away, or they're not giving specifics or details on how they're accomplishing their goals. So I'm noticing that at the end of my videos, I receive a comment from I'll say a few specific people saying that they are making this amount of money and this and that and the third. And this is consistent. I'm not talking about once you chime in and you say, oh, well, it's really good for me in my area, this is how much I make, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about where you're constantly chiming in and saying what you've made or what you've helped somebody else accomplish, but then you're not giving any details. The whole purpose of this channel is so that we can share and learn from each other's experiences, mistakes, or whatever. If I'm going to come on and say, hey, you know what, I've made $150 or more in one day, then I'm going to tell you guys how I made that. I'm not just going to say that and go, well, I don't know. You know, there are only certain things about that type of conversation that I can truly say I don't know. And the only thing I feel like that is, honestly, is your marketplace and how it is for you. Because it might be real easy for one person to make $150 in their marketplace because it's booming, but it might not be so easy for another person to make that amount of money in their marketplace because it's not so hot, it's not so crazy with orders. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Just if you're going to chime in, leave some information, because I respond almost instantly. And even if it's not right away, within the like 10-15 minutes after you leave a comment, it's usually within the same day. And I'll even respond with a question. I'm asking you these questions of how you did this so that I can share them on the channel. Now, if you don't want to share your information on the channel, then to me it's kind of pointless for you to chime in and say what you've accomplished, because it seems like more of a competition, or you're bragging, and that's not the purpose of this channel. I'm not trying to come off like nobody's mom like that, but you know what I mean? I know that there are going to be a lot of comments and stuff that I can't do anything about. Like, I had this one person, I forgot to tell you guys about, I had this one person out of nowhere came in and commented on one of my videos. I don't know which video they saw. I can't remember. I believe I went back and looked at it. But this person came in and said that they felt like all I was doing was complaining, and that if I felt that way, that I should maybe look into doing something else. To which I responded that, you know, I'm going to do videos based off of what I love doing and based off of what my subscribers want to see me talk about, or what they want to see me do. And that I don't always complain. I come on to share my experiences, good, bad, indifferent. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I have good experiences and I talk about those and say, oh, I made a lot of money, or it was going really good. Like my previous video this week, I talked about how it was going really good. And if it hadn't been for whatever was going on with Sprint service, I probably would have made well over what I set for myself as a daily goal that day. But, you know, stuff like that I can't control, and I'm not going to comment. But that person literally went to, I want to say, a good 5 or 6 of my videos and gave me a thumbs down to all of the videos. And I was just like, what is the purpose? Like, I don't understand why people go through and do stuff like that. Like I said, that's something out of my control. There's nothing I can really do about it. I'm pretty sure that once my channel gets a little bit larger with this subscriber base, there's going to be a great many people that are going to come by and just be negative for no reason at all. People just have a negative disposition, and I do understand that. And it's, you know what I mean? It's not my place. I hope to change people's mindset or their mood when they watch my videos, but I know that there's only so much I can do when I'm not sitting in this person's face having a conversation. And even sometimes when you are sitting in a person's face, there's still not much that you can do about it. So, you know, I just want to say, because, you know, I know that there's going to be some guaranteed trolls, people that are going to be strolling through my channel, just trying to find things that are wrong just so they can comment on it and get a reaction out of me. But for those of you who are really truly here because you're trying to engage with me, don't just come by and drop stuff, just brag about what your accomplishments are. That's not the type of channel I'm trying to set up here. Like I said, I started doing this because I wanted to try to put as much information out there that I felt was lacking for myself personally, being an Instacart shopper, Doordash delivery person, Ubereats, all of those different companies. There wasn't very much information. I wanted to be able to see someone who would tell me just that, okay, I made $200 and something in in one day. Okay, well, how did you do it? How many hours did you work that day? Did you do all Instacart? Was it spread out with other apps? Give me the details, because like I said, the only thing that a person can't control is their marketplace. If their marketplace is just not popping, it's just not popping. You know what I mean? But let me know. Did you have to move? Were you just in one zone? Did you work in one city? I want to know the details. All of that stuff matters to me. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Now, with Uber Eats, I was doing Uber Eats yesterday. I've been doing Uber Eats actually a lot because I'm really trying to make this Quest promotion so I can get this extra $30. If I complete, I think, 30 deliveries by tomorrow, 4 a.m., I get an extra $30 on top of my my earnings. So Uber Eats has been okay. What I noticed with Uber Eats is that a lot of the times when I'm out driving doing deliveries, when it's busy, I'll get a notification on my screen that says you're in a busy area, expect trips soon, but then I don't get any trips. So I was kind of tired of that happening. So I called Uber Eats yesterday and had a conversation with the representative, and I explained to her, the very same thing that I just told you guys. Hey, I'm out here driving. I got this notification that popped up and I haven't received any trips. What's going on? So she flat out told me doesn't have, because I'm thinking there's something wrong with my account. Like, can you fix my account? Is my account on negative? Like, do I have any? I received a first notice for that order that I talked to you guys about that I had to cancel because of the Sprint service, and they put me on first notice for that. So I'm like, has my account been restricted in any way? Let me know. So she said, no, your account is in good standing. I actually had to explain what happened with that situation, and then she cleared it, so I'm not on first notice anymore. But she said it's more because we have more drivers than we do orders, which a lot of these companies are dealing with oversaturation. Basically, there's so many drivers out here out at the same time trying to make money, and they don't have enough orders to meet the demand of the drivers. So I had stopped doing food courier services for that reason, because it was much more saturated, because I had to work so much harder to make a certain amount of money. You know what I mean? Like, I got to do 15 or more trips a day with Uber Eats to make a certain amount of money, and that could be $50-$60 because Uber Eats payout is so low. You'll get $3 payouts, $3.50 payouts, $3.25 payouts, whereas with Instacart, you know what I mean, you get 7 and up, or at least you're supposed to get 7 and up. Unless you're doing delivery only, then it's $5 per delivery only batch. So another thing that popped up was this message that says you have, and I'm going to put it on the screen, you have 9 hours and something of driving time left. Do you want to stay online, or do you want to go offline until it resets? So I asked her about that, because I'm like, what does that mean? Is that 12 hours a week? Because I don't see this message all the time. I have seen it a couple of times, but it's not consistent. It's not like every day or every week. It's like every once in a while I'll see this message. So I asked her about that as well, and she said that Uber Eats, this is for Uber Eats drivers, Uber Eats gives their drivers 12 hours a day of being online. She also says that when you go offline, so let's say you do 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. driving, and then you go offline, the system is still calculating from 1 p.m. when you went offline to when you go back online, as a part of your 12 hours. I don't know why, because you're actually not driving at that time, but she says she didn't have the ability or the authority to go into detail anymore to explain why that is, and she had actually asked because it's pretty confusing and it doesn't make any sense. But that's definitely confusing and doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you calculating driving time when I'm actually not driving? You know what I mean? So it's stuff like this, you know what I mean, that I want to be able to provide for you guys so that you're not out there just hanging on the whim. I also saw an article. I'm going to get out of my car and walk inside, and by the time I get in, hopefully I'm done. But I also saw an article yesterday where Instacart shoppers are actually upset again because they're saying that they feel like the Instacart app is forcing them to take these lowball offers, which I've noticed too. If you get an order that you don't want to take, you only have the option to accept it. You don't have the option to decline it. You have to basically let the timer go down before, if you don't want to accept that order, and then it will have a screen that pops up that asks you why you didn't want to accept the order. which is batches too small, batches too large, batches too far away, and there's a couple of other ones that you can put in. I think you can even hit other and type in what the reasoning is. But the point I'm trying to get at is, even after you do that, 9 times out of 10, I know for me, I have received that same batch all over again. Now, they only counted towards your acceptance rate that one time, but to me, it is kind of like you're bullying me into accepting this order. Like, if I don't want to take it, I don't want to take it. At the same time, I was watching Just Butter today, which you guys should check her out if you haven't already. Just Butter was talking about how her and her daughter do Instacart, and they live in the same house, and how sometimes her daughter is receiving notifications of on-demand orders that she isn't receiving, and she's wondering why she isn't receiving them. I wonder if it has something to do with reliability incidents. Like, whether you have reliability incidents, does it matter? Because I had one reliability incident, and I've noticed a drop in the amount of orders that I see, but it's just one. So I don't know. I think I remember reading something in the Instacart Shopper Help Center that says that the amount of orders that they send towards you will be affected based off of how many reliability incidents that you have. And being that I only have one, I can't see how I should be affected that significantly. But like I've been saying to you guys, I have noticed a decline. It could be because of other reasons, but that's why, again, I have this page open and I want to talk to you guys because I want to share my experience with you guys. Doesn't matter what it is. I told you guys about the earthquakes. You guys might not have been affected by that at all, but it affected me and my ability to shop over here. So I definitely want to know what's going on with that. Here come my significant other checking to see if I'm on the phone. This is so funny. I swear he be thinking he be catching me doing something and I'm not doing anything. I'm in here recording a video. I'm gonna let him walk up so he can see, and then I'm gonna put him on the camera, so I'm gonna keep talking. But anyways, yeah, this is the whole point of me doing the what do you call that, these videos, because I want us to be able to share our experiences. So you guys let me know if you've noticed any of these things going on. Like I said, if you've noticed where you have what do you call that, reliability incidents, and have you noticed a significant drop in the amount of orders that you receive, whether you were on shift or whether it was on demand, or anything of that nature. Just let me know. So I just wanted to chime in with you guys and let you know what I was going through as of now, and kind of give you an update as well on Uber Eats, because I feel like any Uber Eats driver should have that information so that you're aware. You want to come over here so you can be on the camera? Yeah, put it on the camera. I love the camera. I'm going to show out the camera. You look silly. That's what you get. Loose lips. That's exactly what you get. He dropped his cigarette out of his mouth. That was funny. Okay, anyways, you guys, so I'm going to end this video and go in the house. But yeah, oh, you guys know, nobody got back to me about in-store shopper jobs. Is anybody doing in-store shoppers? Do you know anybody who's doing in-store shoppers? I really don't want to do it. Like I said, for me, I like the flexibility of being able to work when I want to and not work when I don't want to. And also, because we have so many kids and our schedule is so all over the place for various reasons, it just gives me a bit more flexibility to work around that. But I don't know. Instacart is playing. All these apps is playing to me. Like, I'm not going to drive 100 and something miles a day just to do no Instacart. I'm not going to do that. And like I said, I'm still going to give it a fair chance. When my kids go back to school, I'll be able to migrate a little bit more and travel some further distances. But that's not something I want to do on a continuous, like every day I got to get up and I got to drive 30, 40 miles away. The money going to have to be real good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm going to have to be making 100 and something dollars a day for me to do that, because it just wouldn't be worth it. So y'all let me know what you think about this video, and also any other content that you may want to see. I'm definitely going to be adding some more of the other food courier services, because I think I'm going to have to incorporate that a little bit more, because my pockets is feeling it. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with Instacart in my area, but at the same time, I do know that because of my kids, I got quite a few restrictions. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Make sure you guys comment down below, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Plus, put the post notification bell on so that way anytime I upload a video, you guys will be notified. Also, check the description box down below because I have referral links for all of these different services that I work with. Doordash, Ubereats, Postmates, and Instacart. So if you guys are seriously considering becoming a food courier driver for any of these companies or an Instacart shopper, definitely use my referral link below. You can't use it retroactively. I always like to give this speech. You can't sign up and then go back and add it. The only reason why I try to push and suggest that you guys do use this link is because you get extra earnings on top of whatever it is that you make. It's different for every region, every city, so I can't tell you for sure what the specific amount is, but usually you'll receive an email or some type of message from these companies that will let you know what you have to do in order to achieve that extra incentive. Okay, I didn't sign up with anybody's referral link because I didn't really know too much about these services when I signed up, so I just literally got on the internet and looked it up, and you can do that too. But I say if you have the opportunity to add some extra money to your pocket, why not? So I'll leave y'all on that note. Peace and elevation, and I'll see you in the next video.